Tournament on today's Best Country 101.1 KFNF, online at highplainsradio.net, on the KFNF mobile app, and on the 101.1 KFNF YouTube channel. High school volleyball is on the air. Today's coverage of the Oberlin Volleyball Tournament is brought to you in part by FNB Bank of Oberlin, Aqua Shield Roofing, Painter Oil, Binkelman Pharmacy, Colby Ag Center, Creative Collision, Colligan of Oberlin, Courier Drug, Decatur County Beef, Decatur Health, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, First State Bank of Hoxie, Frederickson Insurance Agency, Grassroots Garden Hub, Kitchen Solvers of McCook, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Hoxie, Ray's Grocery, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Oberlin, The Bank in downtown Oberlin, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Ward Drug Store, Watkins Realty and Insurance, Western Plains Energy, and Woofeter Pump and Well. Now, let's go out live to the court for today's matches.
Hi again, everybody, and welcome back here from the Oberlin Senior High Gymnasium. One match in the books in today's Oberlin Volleyball Tournament, and it is Oberlin taking down Western Plains via the reverse sweep, 2-1, losing 24-26 in set one, but the Red Devils come back, win 25-12, 25-16. So Oberlin starts the day 1-0, Western Plains 0-1, and now after this match, all the teams will have played one match in Pool B, and we get Rawlins County and St. Francis here for the second match of the day. The Buffaloes come in with a record of 15-8 and have not lost a match since September 13th at the Gove County Classic in Colby. That was their final loss, and from there they have not lost since, including last week taking down Hitchcock County on Monday, 3-2. They lost set 1, 25-8. Won sets 2 and 3, 27-25, 25-23. Lost set 4, 25-10, but rallied back to win the fifth and final set, 15-8. And then they picked right back up where they left off on Tuesday, taking down Golden Plains, 2 sets done, 25-13, 25-19, and won at Cheyenne, 2 sets done, 25-19, 25-15. The St. Francis Indians, it's been a little tough sledding for them anyway. 8 straight losses for the St. Francis Indians, including their most recent 2 losses on the road in Southwest. They lost to the Rough Riders, 2 sets none, 25-7, 25-23, and lost to Oberlin as well, 25-15, 25-14. So kind of 2 opposite teams here, one trying to break a losing streak, the other trying to keep a winning streak going, as the Buffaloes started out not the way you would really want to start a season. They started 1-7 to open up the year, but since then have just lost one match dating all the way back to September 11th and haven't lost a match since September 13th, as they lost to Quinter there in the Gove County Classic to open up the day. Then they won 4 straight to walk out of there as 5th place. And then they took 1 from Wheatland Grinnell, 1 from Tri-Plains Brewster, beat Wallace County, Hitchcock County, Greeley County, Trigo, and then, as you knew, last week, Hitchcock County Golden Plates and Cheyenne. So it's been quite the winning streak for Coach Argabright and her squad, and they'll try to continue it today here against the St. Indians. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have first serve of game number 2 of this Oberlin Volleyball invite here today between Rawlins County and St. Francis.
Should be simple and convenient. With FNB Bank, it is. Whether online, by phone, or with a debit card, accessing your money has never been easier. Imagine managing your finances from the comfort of your home or on the go with just a few taps. FNB Bank in Oberlin, Kansas makes it all possible, ensuring you have control of your banking 24/7. Experience the convenience of modern banking with FNB Bank. Visit fnbbank.com today.
You're listening to High School Volleyball on High Plains Radio.
Welcome back here from the Oberlin Senior High Gymnasium. Pool B is what we're following today, and that means we're following the Rawlins County Buffaloes along with their 3 matches and the Oberlin 3 matches that they will have today. Big thanks to everybody tuning in over the airwaves as well as on our KFNF YouTube channel. Game number 2, Rawlins County and St. Francis battling it out here couple of the Northwest Kansas League rivals, like I mentioned, kind of opposites in the fact of St. Francis trying to end a losing streak while Rawlins County is trying to continue a winning streak that dates all the way back to September 13th. 13 wins in a row for this Rawlins County Buffalo team. They entered the Gove County Classic with just 2 wins, and since then have won 14 games. It's just crazy how good they have been. They're 15-8 overall on the season, and number 7 in their regional as of their last updated standings on Keisha. So St. Francis will be the ones to serve things up first, wearing their pink jerseys, and it's Bella Bandel to serve it up. Bandel lobs it up into the back row, picked up there with a great dig out of the outside, tied against the net for Doty, and she'll just punch it over with 2 hands and get it to fall. That's Samantha Michek up front on the far side left pin, and she is able to put it down for the kill just with 2 hands and give the Buffaloes an early 1-0 lead. That serve lobbed over and into the back row, picked up by the end. No! The pass goes wide from the libero in the back row there, and it goes up to the front net and down. So it's an ace this time for Camden Franklin. This one dug out perfectly to the near side, and Presley Myers trying to punch it over with the hand, and she's not able to. And so it's into the net, and a 3-0 start for the Buffaloes of Rawlins County. And this serve lobbed up into the back row, picked up by Siegfried. Bandel sets up Myers again. Hard kill, and she's not able to get it as she goes in the net on the try. And so it's a 4-0 lead for the Buffaloes here, as they have 3-1 on the scoreboard, but it is a Buffalo point, so it's a 4-0 lead for Rawlins County in set number 1. Hard serve, Siegfried off her hands and out of bounds. Make it a 5-0 lead, ace number 2 for Camden Franklin. So the Buffaloes, who won just 13 games all of last year, have eclipsed that by 2 here. Franklin hard serve, picked up in the back row by Myers. Bandel sets it up down the middle, running roll shot there up front by Dinkle, now to the outside. Big swing and a kill on the far side pin from Pacey Juniman, and the Buffaloes have came to play here today. As they lead 6-0 in set number 1, Pacey Juniman joins the club with her first kill of the match. Franklin back to serve again. She lobs it up and over. Dug out by Myers. Bandel back set this time off the block from Workman. Popped up by Michek, and then Franklin trying to run in and bump it over. Instead hits it in the net, and that's how St. Francis will get their first points of the match. So St. Francis with their first point of the match. Lobs it up and over into the middle of the back row. Tied against the net, and Franklin, all she can do is just hit the net, trying to pop it down. The dig from Shively kind of forced her up against that net, so it is 6-2 now. St. Francis down by 4. Rawlins County in front by 4. Workman on the far side with the serve. Overpass this time. St. Francis not able to handle it as Elsa Foreman up front tried to stick it over with 2 hands, and instead it kind of rolled down her body and down on the floor. And so it's 7-2. Rawlins County out in front here in set 1. Serve on the near side. Picked up there. Now a slide try for Myers. Just rolls over the middle of the floor. Juniman there. Franklin pushes it over with 2 hands. The setup to the outside. Big swing. Myers off the block up front. Popped up in the air. Joust at the net between Michek and Myers. And then Myers popped it up in the air. No one else came in to help her. And it's an 8-2 lead for the Rawlins County Buffaloes. Using a lot of those St. Francis mistakes to their advantage. They lead by 6 in set 1 here on KFNF.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
Say no to bad roofs. Say yes to AquaShield Roofing. With over 17 years of providing A-plus services. Roofs, siding, gutters, windows, doors, and spray foam insulation. Plus, AquaShield Roofing offers a workmanship warranty. For your free estimate, give them a call at 785-475-2533. AquaShieldRoofing.com.
Here come the men in black trucks for all your home needs.
listening to High School Volleyball on High Plains Radio.
Welcome back here from Oberlin in the Senior High Gymnasium following Pool B here on KFNF today from the Oberlin Volleyball Invite. 8-2, Rawlins County out in front by 6. Early overpass, and Michek almost took care of it, but St. Francis able to avoid the blow and send it back over. Now long set up outside, Shively with 2 hands from the 10-foot line. Rolls it down the near sideline, down the middle this time. Big swing, and it's long from Aaliyah Dinkle in the middle of the floor, and so make it a 9-2 lead for St. Francis. Rawlins County over this win streak has just seen St. Francis once back all the way on September 13th. Beat them 2-0, 25-16, 25-12. Hard serve into the back row off of Siegfried and down for another ace to make it 10-2 Rawlins County. And this ace coming from Pacey Juneman, her first, number 3 on the day already for the Rawlins County Buffaloes. And Juneman back to serve again, a hard one, and it's too hard at that. She serves it out of bounds to make it 10-3. St. Francis will get the serve back. Already used one of their timeouts, trying to stop some momentum, but haven't done it yet. This serve rolled over the back row, tied against the net. Franklin able to get it back to Shively from the left pin. Put it over to Siegfried. Bandel tracks it down to the middle for Myers now. Rolls it up into the back row. Picked up there by the libero. Now a little tip shot from Shively, and it's able to fall down. So Katie Shively gets her first kill of the match, and it makes it 11-3 Rawlins County here in set number 1. So 11-3, Rawlins County in front. Set number 1, match number 2 of the day from the Oberlin Volleyball Invite. Back to serve, Michek rockets a hard one over the top of everybody and out of bounds. So make it 11-4, service error number 2. Rawlins County has played a lot of 3-set matches over this win streak, and even had a 5-setter mixed in there in a duel. Shively with the dig. Back set, Shively tied against the net. The overpass actually taken care of up front by Jensen. She'll get it back in the middle of the floor. Off the blocks and rolled on the tape and falls down on the Buffalo side. Make it 11-5, and Avery Jensen comes up with a kill, the senior with a big one. Makes it 11-5. St. Francis down by 6 in set 1. Hard serve, twiggles the twine, picked up along the back row. Franklin the bump set, outside, far side kill try there from Castens. Now going hard is Bandel on the near side. Hits it into the net and to make it 12-5 here. And actually up front, Jay Doty along with Katie Shively get the block, as they say she was able to block that. Heidi Finley comes in to serve now on the far side, able to pick it up are the Indians. Down the middle, adjusting in midair, and able to get it over is Jensen. Now Katie Shively rockets one, wanting the high hands. Is she going to get it? No. And St. Francis is going to hold on for the point there as it's 12-6. And Siegfried is now waiting for somebody to say it is her turn to serve, and it is. So Siegfried goes back to serve, 12-6. Lobs it up and over on the near side, picked up by Finley. Back set this time, Shively off the block of Jensen, and Jensen rockets it right back at her. So Avery Jensen has come to place, and she's been in the front row, and to make it 12-7. This serve lobbed up from Siegfried, picked up by Finley. Shively runs it down out of bounds and sent over from Franklin along the front row. Now Jensen with a big kill. And Avery Jensen has come alive. She's got 2 kills and a block in this first set. And when the Indians needed her the most, as it looked like Rawlins County might be able to put it on cruise control. Siegfried to Finley in the back row. Franklin sets up Shively near side. 2-hand swats it down. The near sideline. Run down by Myers in the middle of the floor. Pushed over from Workman on a free ball. Franklin sets up Shively on the left pin this time. Right there to pick it up in the back row was Malign. Now trying to send it over in a free ball are the Indians. It goes into the net. And so it's 13-8. Rawlins County will take a big point there. 13-8, set number 1. Between Rawlins County and St. Francis. Back to serve is Shively, running jump serve. Puts it off into the back row, picked up there. Set up outside, big swing from Workman. Overpass back to her is going to be long, and Macy Workman has got herself her first kill, and it's 13-9 here in set number 1. So Rawlins County jumped out to a 6-0 lead. But since then, St. Francis has went on a 9-7 run. Still find themselves down 4, though. Franklin, the back set this time, across the floor, punching it over with 2 hands is Castens. Now to the outside, off of the block. Up front is Workman. Back set this time from Finley across the floor to Juniman, who rolls it over in a free ball. Down the middle here, off the block. Someone's in the net. They say it's the Buffaloes, as Aaliyah Dinkle tried for the kill try, and it's 13-10. So St. Francis has worked their way back into the match with a run here. Hard serve from Jensen, dug out by Finley, and swatted right back over with 2 hands by Juniman. Up to the near side of Workman off the blocks, and popped up in the air right there from Shively. Tied against the net. Juniman rolls it over middle of the floor, and tied up against the net for the Indians. They can just push it over with 2 hands, and they do! Right in the middle of the donut, Aaliyah Dinkle does it. And Rawlins County wants a timeout as St. Francis has come all the way back and find themselves just down 2 here in set 1. It's high school volleyball on KFNF.
Major Oil in Hoxie will deliver bulk fuel right to your door or farm. Farm diesel, highway diesel, gas or propane. Also oils from quarts to totes up to 275 gallon. Major Oil has been servicing Northwest Kansas for over 40 years. Give them a call today at 785-675-3903. That's 785-675-3903. Or stop by Major Oil in downtown Hoxie. You'll be glad you did.
You're listening to High School Volleyball on High Plains Radio.
Rawlins County in front 13-11 over St. Francis here from the Rawlins County from the Oberlin Invite, coming out of a Rawlins County timeout. Near side of Workman off the blocks. Popped up in the air by Shively out of the back row. Down to Juniman, left pin off the blocks and down. And that's what they were needing. Pacey Juniman comes in with a big kill and makes it 14-11. Much needed point for Rawlins County as St. Francis was going on a run and trying to take the lead back. Back to serve Jasmine Rodriguez, the libero for the Lady Buffs, and she lobs it up and over. Now an overpass off of the serve. Rawlins County trying to take advantage. Franklin tried to sneak into the donut and almost did, but now on the near side, rolling it through the blocks there is Dinkle, and the Buffaloes on the attack again, and Judeman is able to roll that over everybody and perfectly place it on the near side, back right corner. Pacey Judeman with her 3rd kill, and it makes it 15-11. Rawlins County out in front here in set number 1. Hard serve into the back row, picked up by Siegfried, but no one else follows, and it's an ace for Jasmine Rodriguez, and to make it 16-11, Rawlins County. (16-11), a hard serve into the back row, picked up by Siegfried down the middle, pushing it over Workman with the right hand. Franklin sets up Juniman off the blocks and down. Pacey Juniman out of the timeout has been the mainstay, and it's 17-11 as Rawlins County flexes its muscles again. 17-11 to the back right corner. Picked up there down the middle. Big swing off the block up front. Now they get it on the overpass. Buffaloes on the attack. Juniman outside. And she's got another kill. Pacey Juniman with number 5. And she makes it 18-11 here in set number 1. And St. Francis wants to try to kill the momentum with a timeout. We'll take one with them. 18-11. Oberlin Rawlins County in front here on KFNF.
A lot goes into taking care of your property. You need equipment with more reliability and versatility built in, like Kubota BX and L Series compact tractors that get the job done right, or the Z Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Visit your Colby Ag Center for a demo today. Colby Ag Center, your local Cub Cadet dealer at 305 East Horton.
Listening to High School Volleyball on High Plains Radio.
18-11, Rawlins County leads here in this Oberlin Volleyball invites as they have flexed their muscles out of a timeout. St. Francis pulled back within 2 at 13-11, but a 5-0 run for the Buffaloes here, all really by Pacey Juneman to the outside and into the net as they were trying to get Dinkle going on the near side pin, and she wasn't able to punch it over, make it 19-11 now, Rawlins County. Rodriguez back to serve again, this serve wide, make it 19-12, so kills the run, third service error for the Buffaloes. 19-12, Buffaloes by 7 here in set number 1. Hard serve from Bandel to the back row to Shively. Franklin sets it up outside. Mechek inside the antenna. Popped up with 2 hands by Jensen to Meyer. She rolls it over in the middle of the floor. Franklin now sets it up high outside. Juneman down the near sideline and gets it to go. Pacey Juneman with kill number 6. And it makes it 20-12 Rawlins County here in set number 1. So 20-12, Rawlins County out in front in set number 1. Hard serve this time by Franklin into the back row. They set it up to the outside, rolling it over with a little kill shot try there was Myers. Tied against the net. Juneman able to get there and punch it right back. Saney on the attack now. Meyer in the middle of the floor. Shively there to pick it up in the back row. Back set this time to Doty, who pushes it over with a bump. Back set Bandel to back set Bandel. She sets up on the far side. Dinkle, who hits into the net, and it's 21-12 Rawlins County here in set number 1. Back to serve once more, Camden Franklin. Franklin lobs it up and over into the middle of the back row for Siegfried. Set up outside, rolls it over in the middle of the floor. Picked up by Juneman, sent over from Franklin on a sneaky set. Down the middle, big swing. Workman Rodriguez with one hand able to pop it up in the air. Right back at the Indians. And now Workman blocked up front, and the Indians able to get it back over. Juneman trying to end it. She sent a hard one right back at Jensen, who digs it out. Workman again hard. Solo block up front by Mechek. It goes out of bounds. And just like that, the Buffaloes get the point after the long rally, 22-12. Rawlins County in front by 10. Franklin back to serve, and a hard one at that. Siegfried pops it up with 2 hands. Bandel down the middle for Dinkle, and she will get the kill off the blocks. So Dinkle, her second kill of the match, makes it 22-13 here in set number 1. This serve rolled over off the twine, popped up by Mechek, sent over from Shively. Great reaction there. Meyer from the near side pin, blocked up front by Mechek in the middle again. To the outside, barely getting it over the top of the net, down to the middle, off the net, and Rawlins County can't get it to go back over. Juneman with a great dive late, but it goes out of bounds. And getting the kill there will be Elsa Foreman. She just rolled it at the perfect spot, 22-14. The serve from Workman near side for Rodriguez. Franklin sets it up down the middle for Mechek. Popped back up over on the overpass to the net for for Franklin. Back to Mechek, and she hits in the net. So here comes St. Francis again, 22-15 in set number 1. It's back and forth we have went. 22-15, back to serve. This one lobbed up on the near side, dug up by Rodriguez, down the middle this time. Mechek trying to roll it to the 10-foot line. She can't. It goes out of bounds. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here, 22-16. St. Francis and Rawlins County duking it out, and it's the Buffaloes with the lead. They've led by over 10, but St. Francis making their way back into it. Like to thank some more of our sponsors today: FNB Bank of Oberlin, Aqua Shield Roofing, Bainter Oil, Binkelman Pharmacy, Colby Ag Center, Creative Collision, Colligan of Oberlin, Courier Drug, Decatur County Beef, Decatur Health, Farm Credit of Western Kansas, First State Bank of Hoxie, and Frederickson Insurance Agency. Big thank you to all of them for supporting high school athletics here on KFNF. 22-16. Rawlins County in front, but St. Francis has went on a 4-0 run since Rawlins County made it a 10-point game at 22-12. And again, continues to just kind of hang around long enough. And if you do that long enough, I'll be able to take the lead. It's 22-16 here in favor of the Buffaloes. Out of the Rawlins County timeout, though. Workman into the back left corner, picked up by Doty. They set it up down the middle. Michek, big swing off the blocks and down for a kill. When in doubt, go to the senior middle, and she comes up with a big swing and a kill. 23-16. Rawlins County 2 points away from a set 1 victory as Juneman goes back to serve. Pacey with a hard one, lobs it up to the back right corner, picked up by the Buffaloes down the middle here for Meyer, trying to roll it along the back line. Rodriguez able to dig it out, back set this time to the near side. Doty with 2 hands, pushes it over into the middle of the floor. Long set up outside again. Meyer blocked up front by Michek. She almost rolled her ankle on that one. Now trying to block it again, and Foreman will hit it into the net. Looked like she came down just a little bit weird, did Michek, but she's going to be okay, as she's wearing those ankle braces, so I'm sure that helped. It just looked like she came down weird on that one block. Juneman with the serve into the back right corner, popped up off of the chest this time of Dinkle and sent over on a free ball from Meyer. Buffaloes on the attack. Shively for the win. Off the blocks, and she'll get it. Katie Shively wins it for the Buffaloes, 25-16 in set 1 of this Oberlin Volleyball Invite. And set 2 coming up next as Rawlins County wins set 1, 25-16 here on 101.1 KFNF.
1, 2, what do I do? 3, 4, dents in my door. 5, 6, get them fixed. 7, 8, make them straight. 9, 10, paint it again.
Got a dent, scratch, or crunch? Don't stress it. Bring it to Creative Collision, where they make child's play out of bodywork. Stop in on North Highway 83 in Oberlin, Kansas, or call 785-470-2130.
Today on Hey Culligan, reverse to reduce. Here's Bob.
Hey Culligan, I love fresh water, but I got plastic bottles coming out.
Whoa, Bob, you are not kidding about the bottles. But did you know Culligan's reverse osmosis and always-on drinking water systems provide fresh, clean, delicious drinking water and help reduce the equivalent of over 15 billion plastic bottles from landfills worldwide?
Holy, fresh, environmentally friendly drinking water. Am I right?
Right, Bob. And we're already on the way.
Call Matt Osmeyer at 785-475-2471. Your local dealer for Rawlins, Decatur, and Norton counties.
You're listening to High School Volleyball on High Plains Radio.
Welcome back here from the Oberlin Senior High Gymnasium and our coverage of the Oberlin Volleyball Invite today as Rawlins County takes down St. Francis in set number 1, 25-16. Saney had a couple of big runs, one at the beginning and one kind of in the middle part of the match there. But Rawlins County, each time they kind of called a timeout, regrouped, and came out and flexed their muscles, certainly there in set number 1. In their first match of the day. And Rawlins County, like I mentioned, has not lost a game since September 13th, and they're trying to keep it that way. They'd love nothing more to win the Oberlin Volleyball Invite today, that is for sure. As St. Francis wrapping up their huddle in between sets and has now made their way out onto the floor. Other results from this pool here, Pool B. Oberlin took down Western Plains via the reverse sweep to open up the day, 2 sets, 1. So Oberlin is 1-0 in the pool. Western Plains 0-1. Rawlins County and St. Francis here. The second match of the day on our airwaves. Second match in this gym. And Rawlins County will have the serve with Camden Franklin. This one rolled over into the back row, picked up by Siegfried, and pushing it over with 2 hands is Dinkle. Rodriguez out of the back row with a setup. This one goes off the blocks on the kill by Juneman and out of bounds. Pacey Juneman with kill number 7. And no. What are they going to say? They're going to say Rawlins County actually touched the volleyball there on the far sideline as it was going out of bounds. And so St. Francis will get the point, and they make it 1-0. Saney Into the back row, picked up there by Shively. Back set this time to Juniman. Pushes it over with two hands to the outside. Meyer rolling it over off the blocks. Popped up by Juniman. And Shively will push it back to the Indians. Now we're on the attack again. Down the middle with Dinkle. No, that was Workman. And blocked right back at her by Samantha Michek as well as Pacey Juniman up front. So Juniman with the block. Samantha Michek with her second. And we're tied back up at 1 apiece here in set 2 with the Rawlins County 1-0 lead. On the near side, Myers with the dig on the serve. Two-hand swat over from the Indians. Shively outside, cross-court try, picked up by Siegfried, the libero. Now down to the near side pin. Meyer can't readjust and roll it in, and instead hits it into the net, and so it's 2-1 Rawlins County. So Rawlins County jumped out to a big lead in set 1 at 6-0. And see if they can do that again here. Into the back row, Siegfried to Meyer on the near side. Rolls it over and long. To make it 3-1 Rawlins County. So 3-1 Rawlins County in front here in set number 2. Up 1-0, won at 25-16. Siegfried with the dig in the back row off the serve from Juniman. Down the middle, Dinkle pumps it over with one hand. Now Franklin sets it up. Shively from the far side pin with a cross court. Siegfried there to pick it up, and Dinkle pushes it over with two hands on a free pass. Franklin to Shively again. This time she'll get it to fall. Katie Shively with kill number 3. This one from the far side pin. And Rawlins County, after falling down 1-0 to start the match, has rallied back for 4 straight points, and it's 4-1. Back to serve once more, Pacey Juniman. Juniman lobs it up and long. Service error number 4 for the Buffaloes, make it 4-2. And I unofficially have no service errors for St. Francis today. This serve from Workman on the far side, picked up by Shively. Back set to the near side here. Big swing from Michek. Popped up off the ceiling. St. Francis out of system. Able to get it back to the Buffaloes, who are on the attack again. Franklin sets up Shively. Far side pin. And it's down for another kill. Katie Shively with number 4. And the Buffaloes lead 5-2 here in set number 2. With a 1-0 lead. Michek back to serve for Rawlins County. Michek with a hard one along the far side, and they're going to get a lift called. It'll be an ace for Samantha Michek and make it 6-2 here in set number 2. 1-0 lead for the Buffaloes. Back to serve again is Michek. Spins the ball and lobs it up and over. Siegfried with a sliding dig. Meyer from the 10-foot line gives it back to the Buffaloes. Down the middle, big swing and a kill. That's Brynlee Castins out of the middle of the spot to make it 7-2 Rawlins County as they continue to flex those muscles here against St. Francis. Michek again back to serve. Michek lobs it up and over to Siegfried in the back row. Down the middle for Meyer off the blocks. Popped up by Castins, but couldn't get any help after that. And so up front there, Myers. Presley Myers able to get the kill, makes it 7-3. The serve from Dinkle. Rodriguez places it tight against the net. Franklin gives it back. Castins there on the far side pin, able to get it over. Now Myers just pats it back with two hands from the Indians. To the outside, big swing off the block, sliding dig, but it'll go out of bounds, and a kill for Katie Shively from the far side pin. She's got number 5, and it's come alive in set 2. It's an 8-3 Buffalo lead in set 2. So Rawlins County back to serve once again here with Heidi Finley. Up 1-0. Finley rockets a serve into the middle of the floor. Picked up by Siegfried. Myers, the bump set to Jensen. Down the near sideline for the kill. Avery Jensen with number 3, and it makes it 8-4. 8-4 here in set 2. And back to serve is Presley Myers again for St. Francis, and that one is into the net. First service error unofficially today for the Indians. 9-4 Buffaloes. Back again to serve here is Shively. She lobs it up short. Siegfried overpass. Buffalo's trying to use it on the attack. Juneman tied against the net is able to push it over off the block of Brandolin down. Pacey Juneman with kill number 7, and it's a 10-4 Rawlins County lead. Back to serve again, Katie Shively. Shively lobs it up. Popped up by Siegfried to the outside, and Jensen looking for the near sideline again. It's sent out of bounds, and to make it 11-4. So 11-4 lead here for the Buffaloes. Time out of the floor taken by St. Francis. We'll take one with them. 11-4, Rawlins County in front here in set 2 on KFNF.
Keeping you healthy is Courier Drug's top priority. Based in Atwood, Courier offers exceptional service and all necessary vaccines and routine immunizations. Expert pharmacists ensure you get the care you need when you need it. Call to reserve your flu or COVID vaccine today. Vaccine clinics take place most Wednesdays at the Gateway in Oberlin and all other days at Courier Drug. With a commitment to your well-being, Courier Drug is the most trusted name in pharmacies. Visit courierdrug.com for more information or visit the store at 416 State Street, Atwood. Your health is their mission.
You're listening to High School Volleyball on High Plains Radio.
Set number 2 back here, match number 2 of the day from the Oberlin Volleyball Invite. Rawlins County in front 11-4. They won set 1, and how about an ace out of the timeout? As actually it was hit twice, so technically not an ace, but Katie Shively does get that one to go down and make it 12-4. Rawlins County by 8 here in set 2. Shively with a near side serve and just sent it a little too near side as it'll go out of bounds, and it's 12-5. Rawlins County last year 13-21, made the state tournament the year before that. And they're looking like a team that can maybe make it again, but in 2A this year. The outside, big swing and a kill, Pacey Juneman from the far side pin. She's got 8, and to make it 13-5. And it'll be a little bit of a tougher road for the Buffaloes, being in 2A, but still they are red hot and continue to dominate. 13-5 here. Set up outside, trying to get it back inside the antenna. Jensen not able to. 14-5, Buffaloes now in front. Rodriguez back to serve. Jasmine lobs it up hard in the back row for Siegfried. Bump set outside. Jensen, cross-court try, picked up off of the blocks once, twice, but then it'll finally fall down, so Avery Jensen will get that kill she wanted there, her 4th, and to make it 14-6. This is kind of where Rawlins County went on a little run in set 1 and pulled within 2, and then Rawlins County again just dominated and kind of kept him at arm's length that whole first set, and have been here in set 2 as well. 14-6, Shively with a dig off the serve. Rodriguez the setup to Michek on the far side. And now St. Francis comes on the attack to the near side here. Now back out, Juneman from the far side. Pin rolls it over in the middle of the floor and down for another kill. Number 9 for her. And to make it 15-6, Rawlins County. As they have just been flowing very well. Just get into their offense so quickly, too, which helps them a lot. This serve from Camden Franklin. Into the back row, Siegfried. Back row attack for Presley Myers. Rodriguez bumps it tight against the net. Franklin gives it off. Michek off the block. Siegfried along the back line is able to dig it out. Now down the near side for Rodriguez. Outside Juneman, far side pin. Siegfried there, tight against the net. Myers shoves it over with 2 hands and catches the Buffaloes out of system and puts it down. Presley Myers with a great heads-up play there. Saw no one was in the back row really for Rawlins County, and it makes it 15-7 after that long rally. Hard serve again into the middle of the floor, picked up by Shively. Set up down the middle, Michek off of the tape and down for a kill. Michek picks up kill number 3 for her today, and it makes it 16-7 Rawlins County. So Lady Buffs back to serve again here with Pacey Juneman, and she hits it into her own teammate there in Emma Hagler, and so it will be 16-8. 16-8 here in 16-8 here in set number 2. Back set Franklin to Michek, who rolls it over middle of the floor for Jensen. Long setup outside. Presley Myers rolls it inside the antenna. Popped up from Rodriguez. Sent over on a free pass. Diving bodies everywhere. Dinkel gives it back with a two-hand free pass to the outside. Big swing off the blocks. Popped up in the air, and it'll fall in the bleachers. Kill for Katie Shively from the far right pin. And Rawlins County extends the lead to 17-8. They have 18-8 on the scoreboard, and we'll see if it stays that way. I have 17-8. We'll see what's going to happen here. Michek rolls it over into the middle of the floor. Picked up there, down the middle this time for Presley Myers, who rolls it along the back line and in for a kill. Number 3 for her. And we'll go with it to 18-9 Rawlins County. Yeah, okay, they fixed it. Just fixed it, as I said that. 17-9 Rawlins County still in front. A serve popped up barely right there by Juneman. Lucky she didn't get called for a lift. Sent over on a free pass down the middle. Presley Myers off the block of Katie Shively. And Katie, with her second block of the day, makes it 18-9 Rawlins County here in set number 2. Looking for that 2-set-none victory and a 1-0 start to the day. So 18-9. Rawlins County with a serve again with Finley here in the middle of the back row for Siegfried. Long setup outside. Jensen with a big kill, but Rodriguez is able to pick it up off the block. Shively rolls it over with the right hand. Again to Jensen. She readjusts midair, trying to tap it over. Gets it to go off the top of the tape. Franklin runs in and pushes it right back to the Indians. Back to Jensen. This is a big swing off the block up front there of Castens to Shively off the block and down. Shively with number 7, 19-9. Rawlins County back in front by 10. As the Buffaloes continue to get out in front here. Finley back to serve once more. Sends it inside and wide to make it 19-10. Service error number 6 for Rawlins County. 1 set 1, 25-16. In front here, 19-10 in set number 2. This serve lobbed up and over and in to Rodriguez, and how about an almost ace? As Rodriguez goes off her rest, Shively tried to save it but couldn't. It's 19-11, and a great serve from Presley Myers there. Myers back to serve again. Rawlins County with an 8-point lead. Myers, rockets one right at Rodriguez. She bumps this one perfect this time. And they set it up back to Shively, who just rolls it over. Now down the near sideline, Bandel, and she hits it into the net to make it 20-11. I don't think Bandel wanted any part of that. Just didn't like the setup to her and tried to hit it over the last second, but instead hits it in the net. This serve lobbed up and over and in along the back. No, just wide. Long. Thought that one might have caught the line, but they say it doesn't. It's another service here for the Buffaloes, 20-12. This serve in right at Shively. Franklin sets up Juneman off the block. And Western Plains somehow, and they're able to get it over St. Francis. Juneman again this time, and they're going to say that the Indians were in the nets, 20-21-12. And I thought they were going to get 4 hits, but it was a dramatic effort right there from Reagan Malign to dive and somehow get that one over and in. But Rawlins County able to come away with a point, and they will here as well, as the pass pulled the setter out of rotation, and St. Francis couldn't get it over the net, and they amounted a lot of hits. 22-12 here in set number 2. Rawlins County with a 1-set-none lead, and they lead by 10 here. I'd like to thank some more of our sponsors today: Grassroots Garden Hub, Kitchen Solvers of McCook, Nutrient Ag Solutions of Hoxie and Oberlin, Ray's Grocery, The Bank, United Northwest Federal Credit Union, Ward Drug Store, Watkins Realty and Insurance, Western Plains Energy, and Woofitter Pump and Well. Big thank you to all of them for supporting high school athletics here on KFNF. 22-12. Rawlins County out in front by 10 in set number 2. And Rawlins County out of the timeout will have the serve. So, man, what a day. Also like to thank some more of our sponsors of Prairie Dog Creek Cattle Company, as well as Hawkswell Motors. And Joel Hawkswell for setting us up with a drive to the game today, and the drive to the game last night. That big Oberlin Red Devil football win over Hoxie, 24-12. Rodriguez to serve here. 22-12, Rawlins County. This pass tied against the net, and it will be a point for Rawlins County. Back-to-back times that the pass from the back row has pulled the setter either away or tied against the net. And it's led to back-to-back points for the Buffaloes. Rodriguez rockets a serve right at Siegfried. This is a good pass outside Jensen on the far side. Pin with a cross-court try. Off the ceiling. It'll fall down and a kill. Avery Jensen getting a little lucky on that one, but she'll take it, and it makes it 23-13. So 23-13 here in set number 2. Rawlins County with a 1-set-none lead, trying to finish off the Indians of St. Francis. The second match of the day. Hard serve into the back row. Picked up there. Now down the middle. Big swing from Juneman. Overpass. Played off the net by the Indians and sent over on a free pass. How about that? Juneman this time not able to get it, but again the block, and Mechek able to pick it up, and Shively sends it on a free ball. This one tied against the net. Meyer off the net, and again the Indians able to use it to their advantage. Mechek the slide, not able to get it to fall. Down the middle, no, outside for this time Addie Graham, who pops it over. Right back down the line for Juneman, and they get the kill. What a rally, and Pacey Juneman ends it with her 10th kill of the match and gives Rawlins County match point at 24-13 in set number 2. Buffaloes looking for the win, and to start the day 1-0 here at the Invite. Franklin the serve near side. How about an ace to end it, and they'll get it. 25-13. Camden Franklin with her third ace ends the match. And Rawlins County wins over St. Francis 25-16, 25-13, 2 sets none. We'll take a break and come back with your final numbers as Rawlins County takes down St. Francis in their first match of the day from the Oberlin Volleyball Invite.
Decatur County Beef in Oberlin, Kansas wants to do business with the local farmers. They need high moisture corn, silage, and hay now, and dry corn now through October. Decatur County Beef offers very competitive prices, always looking for good help. Give Decatur County Beef a call. You'll be glad you did. That's Decatur County Beef, just north of Oberlin on Highway 83.
At Decatur Health Radiology, the 3D mammography truck brings breast imaging directly into our community. This mobile service provides screening mammograms that may help detect early breast changes. Imaging results are reviewed by board-certified radiologists and shared with providers as part of patient care. By hosting the mobile unit, Decatur Health supports local access to important breast health screenings. Learn more about upcoming 3D mammography truck visits at decaturhealth.org.
Farm Credit of Western Kansas is synonymous with giving back to the community and its members. Whether it's attending events such as wheat plot tours, serving on various boards and committees, volunteering at local county fairs, or delivering $5.5 million in cash patronage checks, Farm Credit of Western Kansas is community driven. Stop in at 1190 South Range in Colby or one of our convenient outpost offices. Farm Credit of Western Kansas, financing ag for generations.
Insurance, it seems like you can never have enough, and when it comes to peace of mind, it's good to have the right insurance in place. Frederickson Insurance Agency in Oberlin can help you do just that. Frederickson's can help with supplemental insurance for your home, farm, business, auto, and yes, even your crop. Frederickson's will help you find the best plan from the best companies. Insurance, get the best from Frederickson Insurance Agency next to the Landmark in downtown Oberlin, 785-475-3883.
You're listening to High School Volleyball on High Plains Radio.
Back here from the Oberlin Senior High Gymnasium, game number 2 of the day from the Oberlin Volleyball Invite in the books as Rawlins County defeats Santee, the Santee Indians 25-16, 25-13. Take you through your final numbers. We'll start with the Indians. It is 1 kill from Elsa Foreman, 1 kill from Macy Workman, 3 from Presley Myers, 2 from Aaliyah Dinkle, and 5 kills and a block from Avery Jensen. For Rawlins County, Jay Doty finishes with a block. Samantha Michek, 3 kills, 2 blocks, and an ace. Camden Franklin, 3 aces. Brinley Castens with a kill, 7 kills and 2 blocks for Katie Shively, and 10 kills, a block, and an ace for Pacey Juniman. Jasmine Rodriguez chips in an ace as well. The Buffaloes finished with 7 service errors to the Indians' 1, but it was all Rawlins County from start to finish, especially in the second set, as they dominate from start to finish there, 25-16, 25-13. Rawlins County with the win, now 16-8 on the year, and St. Francis falls to 4-17. So the Buffaloes continue their win streak. It's now up to 14 wins in a row for the Buffaloes. And they'll try to continue that as they have the next matchup as well. We're going to get you back to some regular programming for just a few minutes or so, and then we'll bring you back for our third match from the Oberlin Volleyball Invite here between Rawlins County and Western Plains. As Rawlins County wins their first match 25-16, 25-13. Once again, get you back to some regular programming. For those of you watching on the YouTube, we're going to end this stream, and we have a new one created over there for Rawlins County and Western Plains. But it's a Rawlins County winner, 2-0.
Embrace the fall spirit at Grassroots Farms Pumpkin Patch. All season long, they're hosting weekly special events to keep the fall fun alive, like the Wine Walk and Cider Fest to warm your evening, or Haunted Maze Nights, perfect for Halloween thrill seekers. From family days to spooky nights, there's something for everyone. For details, visit Grassroots Farms Pumpkin Patch on Facebook. Grassroots Farms, because fall is better on the farm. Located on Road R50 in Blakeman, 3 miles west of Atwood.
The First State Bank of Hoxie is ready, willing,